and join soon here. I'm so sorry. I'll not make sure that will not happen. But lot of doubts. While clearing that doubts, it's like always extending 15-20 minutes. So sorry.
Good morning.
Okay. Hey, good morning, everyone. Yeah. So okay. So we have discussed very few things, right? In yesterday's class, we started with Python yesterday, and we discussed about the very fundamental things like what is a variable in Python, and what is a function in Python. These two things we have discussed. Um, Basically, what we're going to discuss today is loops: if loop, while loop, for loop, followed by the data structure. Very important topic, like list, tuple, set, and dictionary. We'll be discussing about data structures, right? Okay. So before we start the class, any question? We are all good, because few of you joined yesterday, so we are all good. Like you are all set, like installed Anaconda, and then you have Jupyter Notebook tutorial and all of these things. I have uploaded materials in the drive. You can check. We are all good, right? Mostly the new joiners yesterday who joined.
Yes, ma'am. Where did you upload the material?
In the drive, Google Drive.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Madam,
Okay.
you said
So
based on PDF you will send me. That I have not got, madam.
sorry.
This
Yeah.
Python.
Karthi, yeah. So the PDF for the keywords, right?
Yes, no, madam. You said that some you have some 72 pages or something which will have you
Oh,
have to
okay,
go
okay.
through the code.
Python notebook. Yes, I will upload for sure. Python book I will upload in the drive.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so let us discuss about the loops part. So what we will do is, first we will yesterday, let me do a quick revision. We discussed how to take help in Python. So anything you want to take help, always you need to write this question mark. Any function or any module you want to print, what is there inside that package, you just write dir or package name, whatever the package name is, and you will find all the methods and attributes present within that package. We also discussed about your variable. We discussed about function yesterday, right? We discussed about variable, we discussed about function, and we discussed how to install anything in Python, pip install command, right? So far, this is what we have discussed. What we are going to discuss, what is the takeaway for today's class? We're going to discuss about loops. Today, we are going to discuss about loops. We have different kind of loops. We have if loop, while loop, and for loop. I think most of the concepts you already know. It's just like the syntax you need to remember, right? You need to remember the syntax. The first loop that we are discussing is called while loop. Before I explain the logic and how to write while loop, any one of you can can you explain what do you mean by while loop? What we do in while loop? Anyone? What we do in while loop?
In the while loop, actually, the body will get executed as long as the condition is true.
Yes. So until and unless the condition is true, the body will keep executing. Whenever the condition is false, it will come out of the loop, right? So again, let me repeat. If you are a person you already know Python, don't get bored, because this core Python anyway we have to revise, and then we'll go to the major topics like NumPy, Pandas, and all from next week onwards, right? But before that, it's a very good brush up or kind of revision for you, right? At least you will revise the concepts again very quickly. We can revise. So the while loop is nothing but you will run the loop until the condition is false. Let me give you one example. Let's say I'm defining a variable called counter, and I'm giving a value of this counter. Let's say it is 10, right? The value of this counter is 10. I'm checking while is a keyword condition. What is the condition? The condition that I'm checking is counter is greater than 2. right? Counter is greater than 2. I told you yesterday, any loop you are using in Python, you have to write a colon. Any loop that you're writing in Python, you have to write a colon and then enter. So whenever you're writing a colon, the loop, you're entering inside the loop or block, and you can see there are some space, right? So here you can write the logic, what you are trying to do inside while loop. So what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to print my value of counter, and then each time I'm running this code, I'm reducing the counter value to counter minus 1. I'm reducing counter to counter minus 1. So if I do this, what will be the output of this particular code, right? What will be the output of this particular code? So it will first check the condition. It will first check the condition. The condition is satisfied. So 10, right? 10 is greater than 2. So the condition is satisfied. So what it will do, it will come inside the loop, and then it will here it is 10, it will come inside the loop, it will print 10, and then it will become 9. 9 is less than 2, yes, 9, and then it will become 8. 8 is less than 2, yes, 8, and then 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and then here it will become 2. Then again it will come 2. Now tell me, 2 is greater than 2. Is the condition satisfied? 2 is greater than 2. Is the condition satisfied? Answer is no. So it will not execute. It will come out of the loop. So the condition, this condition, if true, if true, then only execute, else you come out. That is called while loop. So if you see the output, you will see 10, 9, 8, 7, 4 till 3, right? So if the condition is satisfied, then you execute, otherwise you come out of the loop. So that is your while loop. How to write while loop in Python? So you have a while keyword followed by condition, and then you write your logic, right? Is this clear? The while loop is clear? Any doubt?
Clear.
Clear? Okay. Now tell me if you understand while loop. I think if and else loop is super easy. We all know what is if else and if else loop. Quickly, let me show you the syntax, how to write if else loop in Python. So if is nothing but we are checking condition one time. Let's say I'm checking whether the counter is equals to 1. Or let's say it is, what is the counter value? Let me first print the counter value. The counter value is 2, right? The counter value is 2. I'm checking if this value is greater than 1, right? Which is true. The condition is true here because 2 is greater than 1. If the condition of if is true, then only it will come inside the loop. Only one time it will check, unlike your while loop. It will check only one time, and then it will come inside the if loop, and then it will print whatever logic you want to execute. You can execute inside if loop. Let's say I'm just printing I am in if. So if the condition is true, it will execute. If the condition is false, while loop will not execute. Sorry, if loop will not execute. Right? Now, if you want to check multiple conditions, you will be writing if, if. The next thing is if, if. Not else if. In other languages, you have this else if, but here it is elif. Elif, you try to check some other condition. Let's say counter is greater than 1, right? Let's say this condition you're checking. In this case, the condition is true. So I'm writing I am in elif. So if I run this, the output is I am in elif. The first, it will check the if, right? It will check the if. If the condition is true, it will come inside if. If the condition is false, it will come. This condition is false, so it will not come here. It will check this condition. This condition is true, so it will enter here. If this condition is true, then it will not come here directly. It will come outside, like only if block will execute, not elif. I think else if and if all everybody is knowing, but let me know if you have any doubt in this. Now else loop will execute if none of the condition is satisfying. So let's say I'm writing else. I'm writing print I am in else. Can you tell me what will be the output of this code? What will be the output? Anyone?
I'm in LF.
I am in Elif.
Yes, because if any one of the condition is true, it will not come to the next block. It will end the code, it will exit from there. So elif is true, then it will enter into elif and then it will exit. So it will not again come to any other block, right? Else will execute if none of the condition is true. Finally, else block will execute. So I think everybody knows about if, else and while loop. We'll discuss about for loop. But before we discuss, any idea why we use for loop?
If the condition is true, it will print again and again. When condition will false, then it will come out.
Yeah. 1 second. Yes. So for loop. So yeah, can you repeat? Yeah, I could not hear.
If condition is true, it will print again and again. When condition is false, then it will come out.
For loop. Yeah, I mean, what is the objective of for loop? So basically what we are doing is, if we want to repeat something iteratively, right? If we want to repeat something multiple times, a block of code, if we want to repeat multiple times, we basically iteratively we want to run it, then we will be using for loop. So the syntax in Python for loop is little different than the syntax that you are using in other languages. So for loop syntax is, let me write and then let me explain you. So we have this for loop, right? So what I will do is, first I will give you one example. What I will write: for I in range of, let's say, 1 comma 10. If I'm writing 1 comma 10, and then if I'm writing print I, so what will happen? What I have just written is called for loop. So for is a keyword for I in a range of 1 to 10. Remember, in other languages, you are incrementing or decrementing I in every step. So what you're doing, I equals to I plus plus, I minus minus. If one step, if you want to increment 2 steps or decrement 2 steps, I plus 2, I minus 2, right? Like that you are writing. But here what you will do is, here you will write this range function. This range function will take 3 arguments as input. One argument is the starting index, second argument is the ending index, and third argument is not mentioned, but the third argument, this is the, 1 second. Yeah, so this is nothing but your starting index, right? This is nothing but your starting index from where you want to start. I want to start for first iteration, I should be 1, next time I should be 2, third time I should be 3, fourth time I should be 4. Like this, I should go to I equals to 9. If you want that, you will write I equals to 1 to 10. Next is your ending index. Remember, ending index is not inclusive, right? When I'm writing 10, it should go till 9. If I want, I should be go till 10. I will write here 11, right? Then it will go should till 10. So whatever I'm writing, minus 1, till that it will go. And the last one is, there is one more also. This is nothing but your step size. If you do not write anything, step size is 1 1 by default. If you want to increment plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, any other size, you can write the step size. And same way you can decrement also, right? um, so let me show you some more example and explain what I'm saying. So this range function has 3 arguments, 1 comma 10 comma, if I'm writing 2, so what will be the output? 1 3 5 7 and 9. Step size will be 2 2 plus 2 increment will happen, right? It will be plus 2 increment. So let me repeat, this range function is nothing but, it's basically used in for loop, and we have 3 arguments: starting, ending and step size. And we can use this range function to kind of set the values of I, whether we want to increment or we want to decrement. Is it clear, this range function? Is this clear how to write for loop? and then within
Yes,
the
ma'am.
block you can write any logic. Now if you understand this, this is a little tricky question, just I want you to try. If I want to decrement, what I will do, let's say I want to start with 10 and I want to reach to -6. 10 I want to start, I want to reach to -6 with a decrement of 2. Let me write it. Start at 10 and then reach to -6 with a decrement. Each time you decrement, right? Decrement of 2 value. So tell me what I will write in range. Try this. That's okay. Correct or wrong. Anything like whatever is how to write. Starting index is inclusive, right? So if I'm writing 10 means it will start from 10, right? If I'm writing 1 means it will start from 1. Ending index is exclusive, right? Starting index is inclusive, ending index is exclusive. So it is +10. So what I will write here is basically, yes, I got lot of answers. Let me try this, right? So what I will write here, I will write here, what I will write, I'll write 10. I want to reach to, starting is 10, ending is -6, and with a decrement of 2, right? I want to decrement of 2. So you can see I'm going -6, right? So I cannot go till -6. Can I go? Ending index is what? Inclusive or exclusive? So if I go to -6, what I will write? -8. Are you getting? Are you getting what I'm saying? -8 means only it will go to -6. Otherwise, if I write -6, what will happen? It will go till -4 because step size is 2. Now you can write, let's say 1, you want to start from 10 and go to 1 with a step size of decrementing. So you just reduce the values. Is it clear? So using this, you can increase or decrease any values. Is this clear? This range function. Is this clear?
Can you please repeat, madam, once the range alone, please?
Yes. So range has 3 value. One is your starting, one is your ending, and one is your step size. So the starting value is nothing but from where you want to start. Let's say I value, I want to start in the first time, I want to start from 100. And the second, like the ending value, let's say I want to go till 110. So I will write 111. So because when I'm writing 111, it is going till 110. And default step size is 1, so I can write 1. So 1 1 1 1 time it will increment. First time I value will be 100, second time I value will be 100 plus 1, 101, 101 plus 1, 102, 102 plus 1, 103, like that it will continue till 110. And when it reaches to the ending index, that is 110, it will stop, right? That is your range function. Now let's say it is I is continuous value, that's why you can use range. What if I is not continuous? Let's say you are writing a for loop where I value you want to use some other thing, not continuous. In that case, you can use a list. We'll discuss what is a list maybe very soon, maybe tomorrow's class we will discuss. Let's say I'm writing different values of I want 45 and then I want 0.2 and then I want, let's say I want to use one equation. Let's say y equals to I into x. So I'm just writing different values of I. Let's say 0.001 and one is your 0.00. 0.01 and 0.1. Let's say this is the value of I, and for each of this value of I want to implement this equation. Let's say y is nothing but I into x. So let's say x is a constant. Let's say 50 into I just want to see this equation or this math I want to implement, and then I want to print this y, right? This is a for loop, and you can see in this for loop This is little different than what we have seen. We cannot use range here because I value is not continuous, right? If it is continuous, then only you can think about range. In this case, each time, each iteration, I value should take one value from this list. If it is not continuous, all the values that you want to feed to I, you store it within a list. Is it clear? I is a variable. For I, for every variable or every element present in this list, one by one, you do this calculation. So first time I value is 0.001, second time 0.01, third time 0.1. Is this clear? For loop is clear, everyone?
It's clear, madam. Madam, that decrement, can you please tell me, madam, the decrement, because my net was not working at that time.
Yeah, no problem. You can go through the recording, or maybe please wait. I'll discuss again. So decrement is nothing but starting, ending, and then you write the logic. You write the step size. 100 is the starting, and let's say anyone, can you tell me the code if I want to start from 100 and want to go till 50 with a decrement of 3? Tell me what will be the code. Starting from 100, want to go till 50 with a decrement of 2. What will be the code? Tell me, no need to type, you can unmute and tell. Starting from 100, want to go to 50 with a decrement of 2.
Madam, for I in the range of 100 till 49 minus 2.
Okay. So if I write
49 minus 2.
Minus 2.
Is it clear, Karthik, now? Starting,
Yes,
ending, and step size, right?
Okay, clear. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, so this is all about your loops, while loop, for loop, and if else loop, right? And as I said, I am going very slow intentionally because this is a demo week. And I don't want to cover a lot of topics in this week. Next Monday onwards, we'll be continuing one hour. Tomorrow what we will see is we will be discussing data structure, and very important topic. Tomorrow's class will be little lengthy, maybe 40 minutes, and I'll make sure you no need to wait. I feel really bad if somebody will wait for me, but 6:30 I have a morning class and lot of doubts are there. It is always getting extended 10-15 minutes. Let me see for 2-3 more days. If I'm not able to, if like not able to manage that, then I can, maybe we'll connect 10 minutes late, right? So when you join, right, you can join 5 minutes late, 5 to 7 minutes. At least I need that 7 minutes time window from one batch to another batch, because it's not like I'll like there will be some doubts and it will always be extending. So when you join tomorrow sharp, don't join at 7:30. Maybe you can join 7:35, right? I'll be joining somewhere in between 7:35 to 7:40. But I'll make sure by 7:40 I'll be joining the class, right? Not beyond that. And we'll continue. Okay, we'll see list tomorrow, the data structure, list, tuple, set, and dictionary. We have four data structure. Tomorrow we will see list and tuple. Day after tomorrow we will be looking set and dictionary, right? So that is the takeaway for this week. And next to next Sunday we have one coding test where you will practice NumPy. Next week we'll be able to see NumPy chapter, NumPy and all of this data structures, core Python. There are very nice 3 questions I'll be sharing with you, 1.5 hour, 30 minutes, right? Any questions so far? We are all good. We are all good, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And the new joiners, I'm just giving you time so that you can set everything. You should make yourself comfortable, right? Okay. Okay, so if we are all good, let us connect tomorrow, right? Okay, thank you, everyone.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.